Today, we are going to introduce you the overall system of senior high school entrance examination and specific terms relating to it. Firstly, we will talk about types of senior high school, then private senior high schools entrance examination, public senior high schools entrance examination. Lastly, special selection process for non-Japanese students. Here, let us start by checking types of senior high school. Types of senior high school are separated by its founder and operating body. Generally, they are separated to public senior high schools and private senior high schools. Public senior high schools are founded and operated by prefecture or municipality. Only students who live in that prefecture with its guardians can make application of sitting for examination. Can choose one school only. Name starts with Saitama Prefectural, Kawaguchi Municipal are all public senior high schools. Private senior high schools are founded and operated by school corporations. They do not employ catchment area restriction, so it does not matter where the applicant lives when making application of sitting for exam. Bunnan School Corporation Bunnan Senior High School, Shumei School Corporation Shumei Eiko Senior High School are private schools. Courses are categorized by when and how students finish the senior high school curriculum. There are full-time course, part-time course, and correspondence course. Full-time course has classes in daytime on weekdays, just like junior high school's course. Part-time course has evening course and day and evening combined course. To cope with both daytime work or other activity and schoolwork is possible. Generally, it takes 4 years to finish the course, however, some schools give you the opportunity to finish the course in 3 years. In correspondence course, you need to do home study and send assignments by post for evaluation and correction. Also, 2 to 4 school attendance per month is required. Most schools adopt credit accrediting system. If you acquire necessary credits for graduation, you will be able to finish the course in 3 years. Other combinations of school types and courses such as private senior high school and full-time course, public senior high school and part-time course can also be found. Here, we will talk about how the private senior high school entrance examination goes. To sit for private senior high school's entrance examination, you can choose either of the 2 application methods. Single application or plural application. Single application is that the school you are applying must be your first choice of school. Therefore, you need to enroll in when you passed the entrance examination of that school. This application method is favorable for candidates since the candidate's score will officially be raised a bit by making a pledge. You also need to proceed an enrollment procedure and pay the enrollment fee immediately after you have passed the examination. Plural application means you will take an entrance examination of a school just in case of failing to pass your first pick of public senior high school or another private senior high school as a safety measure. Deferred payment of enrollment fee might be authorized for applicants to start enrollment procedure after a public senior high school's exam result came. Here is the difference between entrance examination by recommendation and ordinary examination. To sit for examinations by this application method, you need to meet the requirements of each private senior high school, such as have no 1-point evaluation in school report, since each subject's result comes with 1 to 5 evaluation, or having more than certain points in official school report's scholastic marks, since official school report is an overall rating of scholastic marks and evaluations. By the way, evaluation point either from 1 to 5 multiplied by 9 subjects, the highest evaluation point becomes 45. Also, the student needs to get a recommendation from the principal of the attending junior high school. Some schools accept self-recommendation or guardian's recommendation. Most ordinary examinations will be carried out after examination by recommendation. The weight of the score of the entrance examination is enormous. Possible combinations are single application and examination by recommendation or plural application and ordinary examination. If you are considering of taking an entrance examination of a private senior high school, be sure to make an appointment to visit the school and have prior individual consultation. This individual consultation is crucial for candidates to know whether they can get a recommendation or already reached the academic standards the school requires. These consultations are held mostly in September and October. In most cases, you need to make an appointment with each school for this consultation. Most schools accept online prior booking for consultation on their webpage. Now, let us get on to public senior high school's entrance examination. Let us start by checking the difference between private senior high schools' examination styles. You can take entrance examinations for private senior high schools as many as you want regardless of the area you live in. However, you have only a chance to sit for an entrance examination for public senior high school, because each has a quota for each school year. Occasionally they might have additional recruitments to fill up the vacancy, though it is rare for full-time public senior high schools in and around Kawaguchi City to have vacancies. Sometimes evening part-time course have vacancies, but the competition rate for the post will often be raised at later recruitments. However, they have supplementary examination for candidates who have failed to sit for the scheduled entrance examination due to catching COVID-19, influenza, and so forth. Although public senior high schools does not require prior individual consultation as private senior high schools do, we recommend you to visit or participate in the school's meetings for new students and school festival to avoid the day of entrance examination will happen to be your first visit there. From the next page, we will compare the school expenses between public senior high school and private senior high school. First topic is enrollment fee you will need to pay. Then annual tuition fee. Total amount would be like this. However, private senior high schools have support system for tuition fee in accordance with the financial status of the family. Financial supports named with subsidy, allowance or support have no obligation of repayment. However, you need to pay for miscellaneous expenses such as for school uniforms, learning materials on your own. In reality, due to variegated school uniforms, graduates association fee, donation, etc. 3 years of private senior high school expenses much higher than those of public schools. Although, considering entrance fee and tuition fee, the largest expenses of all, can be officially supported, to spend 3 years in a sophisticated environment has a tremendous appeal to students. This is the examination schedule for this school year. As you can see, examinations of private senior high schools start about a month earlier than that of public senior high schools. Schedule for private senior high school examinations vary from individuals. The entire procedure must be done on your own. Examination schedule at public senior high schools are all the same. Most students will take examination for public senior high schools, so junior high school give you the overall instruction. Lastly, we will talk about special selection process for non-Japanese students. What is this selection system at public senior high school entrance examination? Major difference between this special selection and ordinary examination is that examination subjects consists of 3, that are math, English, and interview. And you can request furigana attached question sheet for the exams, though you need to take interview in Japanese. The purpose of this special selection is to support non-Japanese speaking students who have not been in Japan for a long time. For that reason, you need to meet several requirements to apply for this special selection. As of February, first of the year of sitting for the examination, the total period of staying in Japan must be less than 3 years. This means if the student started living in Japan before second semester of his or her 6th year at elementary school, he or she has lost qualification for it. 12 senior high schools as Iwatsuki, Kawaguchi Higashi, Kawagoe Nishi, Kurihashi Hokusai, Sokaminami, Nanryo, Nisa Yanase, Fukuya Daiichi, Misato Kita, Menuma, Wako Kokusai, Warabi are employing this special selection for candidates. In case the candidate who have already finished junior high school curriculum back in the country but not have completion certificate of Japanese junior high school tries to sit for entrance examination of Japanese senior high schools, the procedure stated in the next page is required. In case a student to sit for a public senior high school entrance examination though who have not graduated from a Japanese junior high school, the student needs to obtain qualification certificate. Please inquire Public School Affairs and Personnel, Prefectural School Management Division, Saitama Prefecture Education Bureau. As for private school examinations, please contact each school. This is the outline of the examination system. Thank you.